What's going on, guys? So it's Sunday, that means it's Money Sundays, and check this out. We got the S&P 500 rips higher by more than 20% as animal spirits awaken in a 6-week market comeback. So yes, guys, the markets were moving indestructible, breaking through every single barrier in its sight, moving relentlessly forward. But let me show you guys what they don't want you to see. Notice how this high that we put in the markets is lower than the previous high back in February. Now look down on screen, we got what we call the RSI. This is a momentum indicator and is going to give us and reveal details about how the market is actually performing underneath the surface, what the eyes can't see. Now notice how the RSI is actually higher than that previous high. So this formation, this setup where we got market printing a high that is lower than the previous high and an RSI which is higher than the previous high is what we call RSI divergence. As a matter of fact, it's called RSI hidden divergence. And this gives us clues, and this gives us an edge above the markets. Gives us an early indication into what is about to take place. Okay, guys. Now, it's these tools and this type of information that we use to our advantage. As a matter of fact, we take it over to the options market and get into some of these incredible plays, incredible names that allows us to drive and deliver hundreds of percentage points, 100% here, 200% there. So yes, while the headlines are looking strong, while the headlines are talking about the recent move, underneath the surface of the markets, guys, there is information and clues that the sustainability of this is taking a turn. Okay, guys. Now it's this type of information that you guys can use, take out to the markets and make a hell of a lot of money. As a matter of fact, I'm going to help you guys even further, because not only, guys, do I give you the value, give you guys the edge, but I give you the plays as well to look at. All right. And we were just speaking about this just over the Patreon just the other day. So the members have got that early edge, that early insight, that early information above and beyond the market. That being said, guys, let's take it to the charts and the plays. So guys, first on the list is going to be none other than GameStop. That's GME. Let's take a look at how this thing's been moving on the week. Pretty stable from the left to the right, knocking on the doors of $30. Now guys, this one is going to be an exceptional opportunity in the options market. Why? Because it's going to go ahead and allows us to deliver hundreds of percentage points in return. Now the crazy thing about next week, guys, is we're going to be having a bit of two-way action. We know it's been one-way action over the course of the last week. Coming up into this week, we're going to have two-way action. That means that the markets will be driving lower, but we're going to have movements higher as well. So instead of sitting on the sidelines, gives us the opportunity to make money in both directions. Remember, if the market's moving lower, we can take advantage and utilize these put options to drive hundreds of percentage points in return. If the markets are moving higher, we can then switch over to the call options and do the same, guys. This is how we compound. This is how we scale. Let's take it to the options chain, these May 23rd expirations. Now we are looking around the $30 strike price, okay? That's the golden level, that's the golden zone when it comes to GME. Now we want to see how this thing moves and operates and interacts with $30. That's going to govern and dictate what side of the trade we're on, call options or put options. But regardless, these call options on GME around these $30 strike prices are going for only $40. All right, guys. So those of you guys who are new, those of you guys who are beginners, this is incredible because it allows you to get in and participate in the options game for very, very cheap, only $40 a piece. But the key thing about this is, guys, we're looking to take this up at least 200%. So that means we're taking it from these $40-50 all the way up to $150. Guys, that is an unbelievable return that you can't access and unlock anywhere else. Now, if you're also getting multiple contracts, that is huge windfalls of returns. But for those of you guys who are new to the journey, listen, how you guys do it is you get in and you grab 1 to 3 contracts. You win your trade, you take that up a few hundreds of percentage points. Now you have more capital. Now you're sitting on more firepower, and now you can go in with a bit of a larger size on your next position. So now you're operating in the realms of 5, 6 contracts. You keep doing that on repeat, several months later, several years later, guys, you'll be joining me in the realms of hundreds of contracts. You can see, guys, the markets, the options market specifically allows you to participate in what we call exponential scale, guys. Unbelievable return. So GME is one that I have my eyes on. Again, it's not yet go time on these, but guys, I want you in the Patreon so you are ready, so you get the alert, so you get the notification, so you know when exactly myself and the team are going to be executing and taking advantage of these, guys. And then you guys already know the drill. We come over to YouTube and we will celebrate together. So GME's first on the list. Doesn't stop there though, because we also are looking at Google. Okay, guys. Google, again, good performance on the week, moving well. I want to see how this thing interacts around that $167, $168 level. Again, that's going to govern and dictate whether it's those call options, whether it's those put options that we are taking advantage of. Now, when it comes to Google, these options in terms of price are sitting around that $200 mark. Okay, so again, a bit more expensive than the GMEs, but guys, when we take this up 100%, 150%, turn these from $200 into $500, it's always well worth it. Okay, guys, and all of my people around here, you all are steadily graduating. Okay, whether you're starting from a base of a couple of contracts, some of you guys have graduated into 5 contracts, some of you guys have graduated into 10 contracts. Listen, I've got guys over the Patreon who are doing 25 contracts a piece. Okay, guys, and it's only upwards and onwards from there. So again, this is a name that's not getting too much activity right now. It's not in too much circulation in the news, in the press, but you're going to start to see this thing pick up and take off. But again, be mindful. Next week, we're moving into a week where the markets are going to be pushed lower. Prices are going to come down. We're going to see spikes in volatility. So again, you guys know the put options are where we take advantage of that. Again, I showed you guys a chart, showed you guys behind the scenes, showed you guys one of the ways that we get our edge and get our early information on the markets above and beyond the rest, which allows us to again take advantage of things like put options when the rest of the market isn't expecting it or the rest of the market is unknown. I want you guys always sitting in the driving seat. I want you guys always ready to make money. I want you guys always at the top of your game, taking advantage of the markets, extracting hundreds of % in return like we do. All right, guys, so Google is again one that we are getting ready to go. Again, we're looking around those 170, 165 strikes on Google, and we could be getting ready to go as soon as Tuesday or as soon as Wednesday. Now again, if the market is going to give it a lot of downside volatility, a lot of lower prices, then we might have to roll this over to next week. But as long as it's on your radar, as long as you guys are ready to go, that's the most important thing. We want to definitely catch this. We'll probably catch it next week, or we'll catch it the week after. Again, it's one that we most definitely want to be participating in, because I'm telling you guys, if they shoot this thing lower, they can easily shoot this to the low 160s. That's a lot of return. And when they're ready to shoot this thing higher, this is going all the way to the 185s. Okay, guys, so a lot of money to be made in this name. Doesn't stop there though. Got one more for you guys, and that is Mara. Now listen, the patrons know all too well about this name, all too well about what we have done and what we have achieved as a collective on this name, because as a matter of fact, we run our Mara options at least once a month, all generating hundreds of % in return, which has collectively made all of us mid to high 6 figures this year. And it doesn't stop there, because we're only in May. We're going to continue to run this one right till December. So if you haven't been in the Patreon, if you haven't been participating in this name, do not worry, I've got you. All right, it's still time for you guys to rack up a lot of dollars in return on Mara. That being said, let's take it to the options chain, looking at again these May 23rds on this, because this one is go time on these. Okay, so again, another one where we have cheap entry. I like giving you guys option plays, options trades, which are relatively cheap to get into, because again, I know I've got a lot of you guys who are new to the game, a lot of you guys who are just starting your journey, and these are going to be perfect for you guys to get in and take entry around that 50, 40, $60 range again, so you guys can get your feet, get into the game, start accumulating, start building from a low base, But again, you guys know we start at a low base, but we definitely don't stay there because we keep graduating. So again, these ones, all right, these 16s, these 1550s, perfect, beautiful. All right, again, looking to take these and make hundreds of % in return on this name, like we always do. All right, this is our, what we call our champion play for the year, guys. So again, I want you guys participating. I want you guys getting involved. I don't want you guys sitting on the sidelines. I want you guys taking advantage of what the market is giving us this year, because you guys know it is most definitely giving us a lot. All right, so listen, guys, that's the video for today. You guys drop down your comments below. Hope you guys are getting ready to get active in the markets next week, because it's going to be a phenomenal week in the markets. I can't wait. Hopefully you guys can't wait. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.